Well, we had a eventful week, man. What's going on, Mr. David?
Running around. What's up? How you?
See, you went to the party.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
To a party, yeah. To a
I
party.
definitely did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. Y'all niggas is crazy.
No, listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't mean.
For doing that.
Well, this is crazy.
That's what they told
And
you.
they kicked you off the show.
The internet
They said I
kicked
got
off.
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
It's
people
crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim,
Mm-hmm.
and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta holler at Capo, like, yo, bro, how you feel about that? Because I got invited directly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Indeed.
so I'm gonna definitely have that convo with bro before I just pop up and he gotta hear about it. Like, that's just me.
No, it's definitely honor in that, brother. And I think, like I was saying, like me and Fad was talking earlier, as individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion.
Right.
I felt like because of the relationship I didn't built with Capo over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. It's past professionalism, right? So we got a personal relationship. I feel like as a friend, the word friend people throw around, brother, everybody, yo, Fad, my brother, this nigga, my brother,
Bro.
yo, bro, it's my brother, that's my friend. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's your brother till it's time to do brother shit, right? When you got a friend, the word friend, that comes with responsibilities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a friend, it's certain things I'm gonna do. As your friend, you should be able to trust me around your wife. Right. You should be able to trust me around money.
Right.
If you took a fall, I should be able to be there for you, right? No matter what it is, right? And the way I look at life, I just felt like, and it was no disrespect to, Max or anybody, because me and him got a relationship too, but I just wanted to make it clear where I stood as a man. Those are my principles, not nobody else. So I think it's dope that we could be able to have that conversation right here, because I felt like niggas was thinking it was something else.
Nah, yeah. I feel like with me it's like, and I agree with you 1,010%. I love this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not into trying to figure out what niggas is going through.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Capo know how I feel about him. He knew me since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing brand new. This ain't let me go over there for the cloud or for the cameras. Nah. I've been in contact with Max.
Right.
From jail. You know what I'm saying? He's on the album, Yo East. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a man thing. Let me holler at Jim. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's honorable.
He could have easily been like, yo, bro.
100%.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our own one on. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I'm not gonna be put in a space where I'm leaning on no side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with boy, I fuck with Capo. Like, I'm not picking a side. Like, that ain't me.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's no wrong answer, because everybody got their own perspective on things, and how they view based on they own experiences and stuff like that. I've been in situations where you had to declare your side.
Right.
So my whole life,
me too.
My whole life I've been this way. It's not about whether it was Jim, it's anybody that I got that type of love and respect for.
Right.
I feel that way, the same way, because I don't want it to ever be no misunderstanding. Right. You're gonna know exactly where I stand, because you prove who you are, through actions,
Right.
not just talk.
Not talking.
Everybody talking. All these niggas is talking. I'm like, nah, we got to go a little bit deeper than that. So
Right.
I just think that it's cool, man. What you think, Sliz?
I think we spoke earlier, and even a couple weeks back, I was talking about the strength of relationships, and I think we here on this, besides the podcast, we built, you know what I'm saying, a brotherhood between us.
Right.
And so I think that's like solid, just to even check in and see if that's, you know what I mean, something that will bother you, or you know what I mean. That's what, instead of just going and just try to figure it out later. I also think that we could look at it from our perspectives individually outside of Capo, but at the same time, this is really his experience. You know what I'm saying? This is something he went through, and you can't tell a man how to feel about something that he went through and we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't really understand the principle until it's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So like when it happened to them, then they could get it.
It changed.
When it's something outside, it's easy to tell somebody, yeah, let that shit go, or you know what I'm saying?
That's not your call.
Right. So whenever he do let it go, if he do or not, you know what I'm saying, we in support of course, of letting shit go and moving forward. But at the same time, it's going to take everybody's time on their timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the internet or
that ain't no
our
group thing, man.
No, that's not.
Really
that's
how you feel in your own.
No matter how you feel, I feel like I want us, New York as a whole, to be unified. I can't wait till we all in a room together, right? Because we all got our own relationships. And I don't think niggas give us the credit for actually starting to come together and band together and having unity in New York. Everybody was running around screaming about New York don't have unity, right? And we all came together, and we all individual artists, individual fathers, individual niggas, and we learned how to have brotherhood and still balance our individual craft. So I can't wait to the day that we all, you know what I'm saying? It's like we New York, period.
Right.
You know? But everything is gonna happen in its time.
Facts.
You know?
Man, here we go again. The whole Jim Jones, Dave East, and Max B storyline just hit a major turning point, and the streets been locked in like it's the finals of a chess tournament. For weeks, the city been watching every move, waiting to see who makes the next big play, and now it's all boiling over with some heavy tension. People been whispering for years that half these rappers ain't even real friends, just faces that pop up together when the bottles are popping or the cameras are rolling. But when it comes to showing real loyalty, real brotherhood, that solid stand-up type of love, the examples are getting rare out here. But Jim Jones, he's moving like a strategist in this whole situation, playing it smart and smooth. Dropping a brand new podcast right in the middle of all this chaos, that's a boss move. Perfect timing to slide into the conversation, stir up the talk, and maybe even lock in a spot in the top 5 hip-hop podcasts right now. What's even wilder, Jim hasn't said one single word directly about Max B since Max came home, not one. But here's where it starts getting juicy. His co-hosts, Mel and Dave East, both been around people connected to Max, and they know exactly how to flip that energy into fire content. Most podcasters stay far away from hot topics like this, especially when the streets are buzzing. But with Mayo in the room, nothing stays off the table. On this new episode of Let's Rap About It, Mayo jumps straight into the pressure. No warm-up, no warning. He dives right in and presses Dave East about showing up to Max B's dinner party. The tension is thick. You can feel the room freeze for a second. Then, out of nowhere, we finally get Fabulous's angle on the whole Max B and Jim Jones situation, something fans been begging to hear for years. Now let's keep it all the way real. Jim Jones deserves some credit here. With Max B finally free, Jim's not crashing out, not throwing slick shade online, not using his podcast for petty shots, none of that. Like they said on the show, he's not stopping any of his friends from showing Max love either, which was a huge shift from how things used to go 10 or 15 years back. Back then, this whole thing would have been pure chaos. Right now though, Jim's handling business, staying focused and keeping his true feelings to himself. That's grown man energy. That's maturity in motion. And honestly, at this rate, don't be shocked if in a year or two, we actually see Jim Jones and Max B sitting side by side on a podcast, chopping it up for everything that went down. If you caught what Mayo was saying, his message is loud and clear. He wants New York united again. He wants the city to move as one, no more divided energy. And that's where it gets really wild. After Mayo pressed Dave East about that dinner with Max, the whole vibe in the studio shifted. You could literally feel the tension sitting in the air, heavy and electric, like everyone knew something big just got set in motion. Dave didn't back down for a second. He stood tall, kept his tone cool, and made it clear he just wanted peace in the city. You could see it in his face. There was no sneaky motive, no funny energy. He just wanted to show respect and keep everything solid between everyone involved. Then Fab stepped in, smooth as always, with that calm, steady voice, breaking down his thoughts on the long-running tension between Max B and Jim Jones. Fab wasn't picking sides. He made that known right away. But he spoke with real maturity, saying it's time for grown man conversations instead of street grudges carrying on for another decade. Hearing him say that hit different. The way he broke it down added serious weight to the room. And the wild part is that the whole panel kept coming back to one message. New York shines harder when everyone's moving together, not apart. That's exactly why this episode hit so deep. It wasn't just some gossip session, it was real talk about growth, respect, and how far these legends have come. You could feel the shift, like the city itself was healing through the conversation. And then things got even more intense when Mayo explained why he never hesitated to speak on Max B. He sat back in that chair, confident and calm, and said he's not living off old beefs when everybody's grown now. That line hit like a statement. You could tell he meant every word too. The whole room went quiet for a moment, and you could almost hear that silence echo. That kind of honesty on camera, it hits different. Then Dave opened up again, getting real about how people online keep trying to drag him into a side he never picked. He said he's cool with Jim, got respect for Max, and he's not letting social media twist anything into fake tension. That moment said a lot about Dave's character. Most rappers would have ducked this topic completely, but he stood firm, showing he's about maturity, not mess. The whole panel then locked in on one big truth. The city needs progress, not extra noise. They kept saying New York got too much talent, too much opportunity for grown men to stay trapped in drama from 10 years ago. It felt like everyone in that room was done with the old ways, ready to push the culture forward for real. But just when the energy started to calm down, something shifted again, like the next wave of the conversation was about to explode.
Then Marlo dropped another bomb that shook the whole room. He said a lot of people only see the headlines, but they don't understand the real history behind these situations. That line hit deep. He made it clear that what went down between Jim Jones and Max B wasn't some internet drama. It was real grown man business. No clout chasing, no social media back and forth, just years of layered history that most fans never got to see. That reminder hit everyone hard. You could feel the shift in the air, like the whole room paused to take it in. Dave East jumped in right after, breaking down how the younger generation looks at all this now. He said most fans today just want music, unity, and that real energy back in the city, not the same old beast being recycled every few months. And he's right, times changed and the culture grew with it. Hearing Dave speak on that perspective really showed how far the scene has evolved since the early 2000s. Then Fab came through smooth with one more gem. Nobody wins when the city's divided. He dropped it like a quiet truth bomb, and the whole room nodded because they all knew he was right. Fab pointed out how unstoppable New York could be if all these legends finally stood side by side again instead of staying on opposite corners forever. That moment had everyone thinking. Just picture it. Jim Jones, Max B, and the rest of the city's heavy hitters moving as one again. That would shake the whole industry. And from the way Fab said it, it sounded like he already know the energy between Jim and Max ain't hostile anymore. It feels like all they really need now is to sit down face to face and talk it out, grown man to grown man. Because this time, the vibe's different. It's calmer, wiser, and way closer to peace than people realize. This whole conversation showed just how much growth is in the air. The city's legends are finally moving past the old stories and the fans can feel it. So now it's your turn. Jump in those comments and let's talk. How do you feel about how they handled that discussion? And what do you think it's going to take to finally see Max B and Jim Jones in the same room again? Before you bounce, make sure you hit that like button, smash subscribe, and drop a comment to keep this conversation alive. Share this video with your people, spread the word, and help push this story up the feed. You already know, every click keeps the culture moving. Thank you for tuning in, and keep it locked with Plug Room for the next big drop.